James in California on line 2. James, thanks for holding on. I wanted to get to your question when we had a kind of a fresh segment to get to, so we could answer it for you.
Thank you for taking my call. My question is, what does unmasking mean, and what is an amicus brief?
Okay, so two separate issues. Let me do the unmasking one. This is very easy. So the U.S., under our national security laws, is able to listen in on foreign conversations and conversations with foreign governments that have, if it's crossing over internationally. And that's part of, again, those laws that get debated, like the FISA court. But to protect Americans, anytime someone who is a subject of one of those phone taps, I know that they don't use that kind of technology anymore, but phone taps basically, anytime an American is heard on those calls, they are masked. That means their name is not disclosed in the transcript. So it would say like American 1 or U.S. person 1. And you have to then, if you'd want to know who that person was, and you have some reason where you think that you need to know because that person was engaged in something wrong, you could put in a request to get their name. So the info's there, but the government actually is supposed to be protecting Americans. So, Andy, that's unmasking in a very simple way. Amicus briefs are something we do, Andy, a lot at the American Center for Law and Justice, in civil cases especially, and sometimes at the district court level, but oftentimes at the circuit court and U.S. Supreme Court, where you see a lot of this get more active at the appeals court levels. But sometimes we do get involved in the district court as with amicus briefs as well. These are called friend of the court briefs. What's interesting here is that judges, usually in criminal cases, even federal courts, are not really interested in getting opinions from outside groups, organizations, or attorneys who aren't directly involved in the criminal case.
An amicus brief simply is Latin for friend of the court. They are used in civil cases. I have never seen one in a criminal case. And all it says is, we who are the amici, the friends of the court, are neutral with respect to the decision in the case, but we want to express our opinion as to how we think the court should rule we're not parties, but based upon the law. We'd like to express an opinion on what the state of the law is and how we believe the court should rule. But that's done in civil cases. We file those from the American Center for Law and Justice all the time, in which we assert the position, for example, of pro-life and advocacy in that area. And it's simply a party who wants the court to get a fresh perspective, different from those who are the actual litigants in the case. But I have never, ever seen an amicus brief solicited by a judge or by anybody else in a criminal case. A criminal case is between the government and the state and the defendant, period.